So when people come to SRQ Med Spa to get IV vitamins, we do an analysis to see what kind of vitamins they might want that day. And the way I start that analysis is that I go through a list of things that they might be feeling. They might be feeling brain fog or tired or not have a lot of energy, have leg cramps, whatever's going on. We start talking about vitamins and nutrients, and then we start talking about what they might be eating. I read an interesting book that was written in 1970. And remember that, 1970, so more than 50 years ago, this doctor was trying to raise an alarm that the quality of nutrition in our food has very much deteriorated. That in 1970, he said you have to eat 5 apples to get the same amount of nutrition that you would get from one 1950s apple. So fast forward 50 years and the commercialization of our food has become a real problem because farmers used to really care for their land. They would rotate the crops, they would turn crops under, they would make sure that their farm was working and producing good quality products. But as commercial organizations have taken over the American farming system, they've started using synthetic fertilizers. They use pesticides and fungicides. And so what's happening is not only is the soil becoming less nutrient dense, which means that the nutrients that should be getting into our fruits and vegetables isn't getting there, but also we've got toxins sitting on a lot of our food. And then the farm life that's actually out there eating is eating food that's been covered in these toxins. So we've got a pretty toxic circle going around, and what's happened is that we have a huge problem with inflammation in this country. So inflammation is something that happens when your body gets in an ingredient that it has no idea what to do with. So food coloring, preservatives, all the things that are in our food that are not actual food, when we take a bite of something, when our belly gets a known ingredient, it knows how to use it, right? So if you eat a banana, your body knows what to do with the banana. But when you eat lettuce and you don't know that there's something on that lettuce, some sort of toxin on that lettuce, your body doesn't know what to do with the toxin. So it takes that toxin, it tries to eliminate it, pushes it to your liver. Well, your liver can only manage so much. And it has a full-time job just running you. So when you start sending your liver too many toxins, it can get overloaded. So when your liver is overloaded, one of its techniques for managing this problem is that it basically encapsulates the toxin in fat and pushes that toxin into your belly. A lot of the fat that we have, especially around our middles, is toxin-based fat. So now we know how inflammation sneaks into us through our diet. Let's talk about strategies that we can use to help our body eliminate toxins. One of the first things we can do is change the way we shop for food and the kinds of foods that we buy. Part of this I call getting as close as you can to the farm. See, when you have an organic farmer who uses organic pesticides or doesn't use pesticides and is using old-fashioned manure and that kind of thing, you're going to have the richest food to eat. Now, if you've got rich food that is organically farmed, you don't want to add a layer of shipping, manufacturing, packaging, supermarket. You don't want to add all those layers. So what we're doing is getting as close to the farm as possible. So of course I love farm stand shopping. That's awesome. Whatever you can pick up by the roadside. But this is where the 1920s diet really comes into effect, because in the 1920s, you went to someone who specialized in bread and you got your bread there. And that's what they make, and it's made fresh every day. And in the 1920s, you would have gone to a cheese shop and gotten organic cheese that someone was really proud of and could tell you the history of where the cheese came from. Pasteurized cheese often doesn't even have cheese in it. It's a cheese product. That's an inflammatory thing, and that's something that's going to upset your system. So you're going to go to a cheesemonger. You might go and get your milk directly from someone who's got cows on their farm. You might go to a farmer's market or to a farm stand market. Your goal in order to get non-inflammatory food is to get as close to the farm as you can. And when you do that, that's going to start bringing down the inflammation. The next thing is what you eat, right? The selection of food, the anti-inflammatory foods. So blueberries are great anti-inflammatory foods. Walnuts, anything that's a cleaner outer. Avocados have a lot of glutathione in them, and that's an amino acid that's going to help clean you out. You also want to have organic fats, so raw milk that has not been processed is going to have all the good antioxidants in it. And the more antioxidants that you can get into your diet, the more you're going to be able to organically bring down the inflammation. And when people are dieting and they bring down inflammation, they become less puffy. And when you're less puffy, it looks like you've lost weight, and you might not have lost weight. You're just not swollen and distended because your body's reacting to the toxins. Then you can use other antitoxins. There are teas that you can use to help your liver clean itself out. There's all kinds of different strategies that we can talk about for detoxing. But most importantly, it's changing your strategy for shopping and basically bringing the inflammation down organically by bringing antioxidants into your diet. If you would like to learn more about vitamins and antioxidants and minerals and how basically you can help your diet help you to lose weight and become less puffy and less inflamed, please follow this channel. You can also check us out on our website, srqmedspa.com. We have all kinds of different programs that you can look at. Share this video with friends. We'd love to hear back from you, and please do give us a thumbs up or talk, because that feeds the algorithm. We'll talk to you next time.